All right, what's up, guys? Here we are back for hole number 8. This is going to be an interesting one. So I'm thinking, so what I'd like to do with epoch 6, epoch 7, well, I'm surprised you're not going to do that. I think it would barely make it. I'm not going to be able to make it, but one of the things that I'm going to do, instead of hitting, you can see my opponent's going to go for a precision shot. I'm just going to try to go over here with a whole bunch of curl. That's what I would recommend, so you don't have to take off as much distance. But I do want to go over to that left-hand side. It's going to straighten up the needle. If you try to, shave off too many yards and go to the right here, you're going to give yourself a very angled needle. Very tough to make those straight over needles. So what you can alternatively do is just try to crank this down here as far as you can to the left, and try to straighten up that needle the best that you can. So this is more or less what I'm going to try to do. Just go over here, and I'm thinking somewhere along the lines of 6, 7 rings. Almost just right in the bunker here. Perfect ball. Just trying to, it clipped the rough. So we do need to go down into that bunker. I don't want to clip that rough, ideally. So one of the things that's going to happen, if I go into that bunker significantly, it's going to make the ball land shorter. So what you can see is where I landed and how it clipped that rough there. When I go down into that bunker, it's going to cause the ball to land shorter, so I might not have to take off power. Now, if you want to take off a little bit, you can, and that will help you hone in on some, that'll allow you to kind of hone in on some precision, try to catch that perfect ball. However, the more that I go dip down into that bunker, it's going to cause it to land maybe, 2, 3 rings short of where I just did. So it probably will land on that fairway anyway. So do keep that in mind. Also keep in mind, if you do go down into that bunker and great ball left out of the bunker, it's going to register like you were aimed at the fairway. So you got to keep that in mind as well. But ideally we're going to get that bounce to land on the fairway and then give ourselves a good chance. So you can see, this is kind of a mistake we don't really want to make. But however, it's not exactly the end of the world either. So what I'm going to try to do is essentially try to offset this guide a little bit. This is very tough. You can see this whole zone landing anywhere up here is very tough to control. So what I'm going to do is push up towards max here. Of course. So I didn't quite account for enough, which means we're going to have to go into some power. I feel like I was probably at least 4 rings light with how many I needed to go. So, and it looks like not quite enough on that ball guide as well. Distance control looks pretty good, but keep in mind with that angled wind, it's going to want to shoot to the left on you. So you're going to have to play that wind effect, but also note how hilly that hill I was trying to land actually was. It's not going to be very consistent. So you really got to do good to be able to get that to the position that you want, to make sure that you're landing kind of close to where it is that you're trying to land, because it's all over the place on that hill. So the way that it bounces can be very different. 1 yard to the left might not bounce the way that 1 yard to the right is. So it's going to very much change the pitch of the ball because you're landing on such a side hill. So hopefully you're able to hone in on that drive. Do check out my other guide. I was able to kind of go at it a different method, and that I definitely do recommend that. But with the epoch 4 or lower epochs, I'm going to recommend that you kind of use this guide and then just refine, tweak it. Keep those tips about that bunker in mind, and good luck with that hole, and I'll see you guys on the next one.